Dead inside a storage facility was shot. Powerhouse Sky Zoo 4 was above the scene here on Missouri Bottom Road earlier today. Investigators say a pickup truck rammed through this gate in Bridgeton about 4:30 this morning. And Bridgeton police are now looking for this man on your screen, 27-year-old Michael Molinari of Overland. They say he was the man who drove that truck, a new gray Dodge Ram pickup that should have heavy damage to its front end. That's on the right side of your screen there. Police say Molinari drove the truck away from the storage facility just before 5 o'clock this morning. If you have any information about this, you are urged to call Bridgeton Police. To Velda.
What's going on, YouTube? It's Lockup Talk here. Please, if I could, get you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment below. I will comment back every time. So, I have a few things lined up. I might just turn my lights on. I have a few things lined up. I've been sending emails and scheduling video interviews, visitations basically, with Eastern Regional Diagnostics Correctional Center, which is a level 5 penitentiary here in Missouri. I have 2 people that I am close to or was once close to that is doing time in this penitentiary. One is Michael Molinari, and I'll post pictures and everything. If y'all remember some of my videos, you remember Mike. Mike did my chest piece, and he's a good kid, man. I don't understand how he made it through 3 years while we were in there together, let alone catching a 40-year sentence. And it appears that he has caught a 40-year sentence. His mother has died. His father has died. He has nobody, right? So I'm hoping maybe some of these interviews I end up doing with him and Levi will take off a little bit, enough to be able to help him a little every now and again, you know. But I talked to him as well as Levi. I sent Levi, it's called e-message, Securus e-message. But anyway, it's basically like a text. If they don't get it at a certain time, then it takes up to 24 hours. They get it the next day. I think if it's not done by noon. But if it's done by noon, or I can't remember. If it's done by noon, they'll get it at mail call. But basically, I've just asked him, hey, can I get a one-on-one, man, about, you know, the murders you did, and ask some very serious questions, and just start a series with you, man. Try to find out why you did what you did, what made you tick, how did it feel, like, just everything. We're going to talk to Levi about everything, so yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I'm kind of nervous about it, honestly, because some of the questions I'm going to be asking him they're kind of dark, you know. He murdered 5 people, so. But anyway, tell you a little story about Lil Mike. Lil Mike and I were cellies in Crossroads. That's how I met him. My cellie was a gang member, and he went to the hole, and Lil Mike moved in. I moved Lil Mike in because we had started on my chest piece, and when I moved him in, or actually I moved up with him out of my cell that I was in, and when I moved up with him, man, we just hit it off, you know. We was doing stuff we wasn't supposed to do, buying weed, and doing stuff we wasn't supposed to do, of course, but we had a great time, tattooing, all that, right? We went through a shakedown one time. I remember the goon squad came in, and we had just got what would be out here probably a pinner joint. We just got some in there, and little Mike walked to the toilet, and he went to flush a piece of the baggie down the toilet, and the toilet wouldn't flush. And if you've ever been to prison, you know that usually isn't a good sign. That means they've cut the water off, so you can't flush nothing, and they're coming in to search. So you better put whatever you have up, or throw it out in the middle of the wing. And even then, that's risky because they could rewind the cameras, and if they see it coming out from under your door, then you're hit. If you don't stand on it, then you and your cellie are both hit. But me and little Mike just got some weed, man, and was fixing to have what we thought was going to be a great day, which it ended up being a great day anyway. I mean, the best day you can have in prison anyway. Prison ain't that great. But anyway, he went to flush a little piece of the baggie down, and the toilet wouldn't flush. So he hollers at me first off, and I'm like, holler at other people, let's get in the vent. Getting in the vent means getting in your vent, holler down at your neighbor, use the phone, basically, right? Hey, man, is your toilet running? Is the water running down there? Or, look, the water got cut off. Just be ready. They're coming in, basically. So Mike put up what he had to put up, and I'm sure I've told this story before, but Mike put up what he had to put up, and I put up what I had to put up, and there were still tattoo guns, right? There was 2 tattoo guns that we were doing my chest piece with. And at this prison, man, a level 5 is a lot different than the lower levels. It's harder to get certain stuff the higher you go. The more custody, the more of a chain level you are in the custody chain link fence, it gets harder as you go up that fence, right? So level 5 being the hardest, it's hard to get stuff. Not really, but it's a little harder than it would be, say, at Cameron or St. Joe or KCRC or any of those, right? Them level 1s, man, it's just like the streets in them level 1s. And honestly, it felt kind of close to the streets in this level 5, to be honest with you. Crossroads. But, yeah, man, so the goon squad comes in, and they start ushering us all out, searching us, of course. They was even wanding us, I think they'd heard something about our wing was known for drugs and just chaos, right? And from what I'd heard, there was a tip about a riot that was going to happen, and if you've known later on down the road, Crossroads ended up having a massive riot. I'm going to get him on here too, a guy that was involved in the riot in Crossroads that cost them over $1 million worth of damage and shut the place down for about 5 years. I'll have him on here. His name's Keith. Anyway, they pull us out and cuff us up, chain us up, so on and so forth, right? All of us, everybody in the wing. They cuff us up. They cuff everybody up, basically. Like 5 at a time. Usher you to the gym, get you in there, uncuff you, set you on the bleachers. 5 at a time. 5 at a time. So we're all in the wing, and we're watching, guys get cuffed up. Like, they're calling them to the back, like, hey, you, come here. You and your cellie, come here. They'll cuff them out. They took them out the back to the hole. They found something in their cells, right? So me and little Mike are a little nervous because Mike, the only thing we could do with these tattoo guns, man, is to wad them up and throw them in a couple socks and throw them up under the bunk, man, and just hope that they didn't find them, right? And really, they don't really care too much about tattooing, to be honest with you. They don't. They're trying to prevent fights and stabbings and murders and serious homosexual activity. They're trying to stop serious stuff, right? Not, man, just don't let them walk up on you and dead ass look at you tattooing and you should be fine, right? Everybody governs everything. They'll let you know when a cop comes in the wing. Usually they will. But anyways, Mike and I are setting up on this bench and we're watching people, man. Left and right get locked up, put in the hole. A couple people come back and are able to sit on the bench. But for the majority, I mean, drugs just hit, so that tells you anything. But for the most part, there was a lot of guys going to the hole that day, right? So I just figured, man. And I was so upset, too, because I was like, man, if I go to the hole, I just moved in with little Mike. I've got my chest piece half done. This is a level 5. If I go to the hole, chances of us ever getting in a cell together again are dead. Like, level 5s are different. You might sit in the hole for 6 months just waiting to get out on a general population yard just because nobody's moving for real. Nobody's going home from a level 5. Now they have them all mixed together. Lower levels, that's when they were starting to mix us together. Lower levels and higher levels, so there are some people going home, but it's not like every day. Like, this is a level 5. Murderers, life sentences, stuff like that. And with a handful of guys with 7-year sentences here and there, whatever, right? So you go to the hole, you got to stay for at least a month. I mean, at least 30 days, because they're not going to be able to find you. Unless they hold your bed. Now, I have seen them hold your bed till you went to the committee. Rarely. And if you went to the committee, they could kick you back out on orange suit, which is an orange jumpsuit. You can't come out of your cell. You got to stay to the cell. I mean, you can only get out every 3 times a day for 15 minutes anyways of the rotations. But the only reason why you're supposed to be out of the cell while you're on orange suit is to shower. That's it. And you got to go down to the bubble and let them know, hey, I'm fixing to shower. But me and Mike, anytime we ever had any of that happen, we just put our grays on, borrow each other another pair of grays, and slide out there and get on the phone if we needed to. But anyway, so I'm kind of stressed out about that, right? I'm going to be in the hole for a little while. I'm not going to get my tattoo work finished by Mike. Alright, that's it, everybody. Come on, line up. Back to the wing. Mike looks at me. I look at Mike. He's like, maybe they didn't find him, bro. I was like, man, there ain't no way they didn't find him. There ain't no way they didn't find him. They're just balled up right under the bunk in a pair of socks. All they got to do is... We could have had a gram of anything in there. A knife, anything. Both these tattoo guns separately in socks made it. I don't know how. But, yeah. I also watched a homie one time drop a cell phone in a cup of coffee, and they tore this place up looking for this cell phone. Could not find that phone. He had his cup in his hand the whole time. A phone inside the coffee. It's crazy. But anyways, we get to go back to the dorm, man. It was the craziest thing ever. And that's a lot of the time Mike and I shared together. It was just crazy situations, tattooing at 3 in the morning. Just got close with the guy, man. And now he's sentenced to 40 years, right? So I'm going to be there for Mike, man. And he's going to have a lot of stories for us. Videos of stabbings, fightings, anything I can get to make this channel solid for you guys, to bring y'all the best content. I'm with it. Like, I'm going all in. Y'all need to know what goes on in these prisons, and y'all need to know the good and the bad, the injustices and the good, There are some good cops. There are some bad cops. Y'all need to know everything, man. Y'all need to know Levi's side of the story from somebody else other than the first 48 that's trying to riz it up with however they do things. I want y'all to get the whole story, the truth, right from Levi, from a question from me to Levi. So I think it's all going to be very interesting, man. And then when we get into that, I'm also going to have them pass along to another offender that's been, I can't even believe it. Another convict that's been down for either a while or is going to be down for a while, that's caught a murder or isn't going home. I'm just going to go around and try to interview every murderer in the state of Missouri Penitentiary. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to live stream it right here to y'all, man. So stick with me. Be watching for. I'm gonna schedule it as soon as I get confirmation back from Levi. Lil Mike messaged me today. He was cool with it. But the one I'm really wanting to interview is Levi King, man. So as soon as he messages me back, I've already got the video conference set up. All I've got to do is pay the $8 for it. We're gonna get it going, man. And I'm just gonna keep this rolling. Stories from murderers, man. That's all it's gonna be. Story, that's not all it's going to be, but that's how it's going to start. And then they'll tell, what's going on in the prison that they're at, what they've seen, what they've been through, what they've done. Hopefully, maybe I can get some cell phone footage or some tablet footage of stabbings, fights. I know this sounds crazy and all, but I want to put it out there. I want to show what really goes on in these prisons, man. Every now and again, you get a rare glimpse through like Pino or 1090 Jake or Frog, one of these guys, man. Every great once in a while you'll get actual video footage of something crazy. We're gonna try to make this all the time. Anything that goes on in there, I want to see it. I want to know about it. I want to post about it. I want it. I want it for you guys, man. I'm going to show it to y'all. But if you could, just subscribe to the channel, or don't even subscribe to the channel, man. Watch a few of these live streams that I do, and then you decide whether you want to subscribe to the channel. If you do subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, because I'd love to talk to y'all, man. But yeah, that is the plans for now. I'm going to stop posting game content on this channel as well. I have another channel, YouTube channel, Lock Up Talk Gaming. I will be posting Warzone content, video game content, gaming content, whatever content. If there's a game you're not sure about spending $100, $70 on, you're not quite sure, you want me to buy it first and me to live stream test it for you and you to watch and see if you like it or not, I can do that. Just comment what game you want me to buy, what game you want to check out. I'll buy the game, test run it, and I'll tell you my personal opinion on it. And you can watch, the live streams. But yeah, I've got a lot of plans for all these channels, man. So just stay tuned. And I'm also streaming on Twitch, but that's usually only gameplay. So this channel right here is going to be only lockup content, only jail, prison stories, crime stories. Just that's what this is going to be. Lockup Talk Gaming is going to have all the gameplay you've been seeing. It's going to be over there. And then I have my Twitch, Lockup Talk. And I'm going to also be posting to TikTok under Aaron the Dodo. AARONTHEDODO. It's an old name. I've been trying to change it. TikTok will let me change it, and then it won't load. And then it's the same name. So I don't know. We'll get it figured out. We will get it figured out. But I appreciate y'all, man. I see a few of y'all still here. I'm about to really cook up some stuff, man, with these interviews, so stay tuned, please.